Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. So I want to begin by thanking all of you who have subscribed, those who are making comments, I really appreciate it, and those who are hitting the like button as well. And I hope you're hitting the share button because that'll help the channel grow. That'll be a big help for me. I want to thank all of you for supporting me and being here. And let's thank God for us to have the opportunity to come together. And let's begin by going into Psalms. Okay. I'm on Psalms 127, a song of ascents of Solomon. Unless the Lord builds the house, its builders labor in vain. Unless the Lord watches over the city, the watchmen stand guard in vain. In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for he grants sleep to those he loves. Sons are a heritage from the Lord, children a reward from him. Like arrows in the hands of a warrior are sons born in one's youth. Blessed is the man whose quiver is full of them. They will not be put to shame when they contend with their enemies in the gate. Okay, so moving forward, we're going to pull a few cards out of the box. One more. Okay, so the first one we have is love affair. Third party. Next one we have is they dream about you. Childlike innocence. And they're saying, I still care about you. So who is this person in your life? Do you know that you are in a third party? Is it something that you accept and you're okay with? And they say that they dream about you. Maybe it's your childlike innocence that makes them curious. And he or she wants you to know, I still care about you. So I refer to he a lot because my collective is mostly ladies, right? So someone still cares about you. They like your childlike innocence. They dream about you. But if you're there in the mix of it, you are in a third party. So this could be past, present, or future. How long have you been connecting with them? How long have you been disconnected? It's the person that you're thinking about that this message is coming from. Okay. So what's there to do, right? If you're not in agreement with the third party, you just keep moving. Maybe you've expressed it to him or her. Hey, that's not who I am. That's not what I want to be mixed in. What else? I wonder what they're dreaming about you. Are they dreaming about spending time with you, like, I don't know, just sitting at a park conversing? And you wonder what you're saying to him or her in your dream and what the replies are. And are there any revelations in the words that are spoken? And then he or she wakes up. How does that make them feel? You know, the childlike innocence. Maybe they were told different. Maybe they were told a totally different story. You know, changing the narrative so that he or she doesn't come towards you. And he or she still cares about you. Okay, so what good is caring if there's no action, right? Like, please don't care about me. If you're with someone else, I prefer you not dream about me. I prefer you not think about me. I prefer that you live your life. If that's who you're with, you know, if you're with someone else, then please don't waste your energy on me, because I'm not going to waste my energy on you. Right? It could be like that. They dream about you. I'm just reviewing the cards to see if I get any more messages. You know, maybe at one point you agreed to this third party love affair. And you realize that it was taking away from who you are. It was taking away from what you believed in. You know, it's kind of, well, I have him or her in my life, even though it's only temporary here and there. Is that what I really truly want for myself? You have to ask yourself. And then you begin to think, wow, they're telling me some things. They're telling me that they still care about me, that they dream about me. And there's something different about me that makes them gravitate towards me, right? If I'm used saying that. At the same time, it's like you can dream and you can want and you can wish whatever you like, but you're already attached to someone. So, you know, they should try to do something different with their life, right? They should try to figure out, do they want the person they're with or do they want you? You know? And dreaming, wanting, wishing is one thing, but without actions, it doesn't mean too much, right? Okay, so let's go further and we'll see what Miracles Now has to say. Whenever I compare myself to others, I simply say this prayer. The light I see in them is a reflection of my inner light. When I compare myself to others, I simply say this prayer. The light I see in them is a reflection of my inner light. So maybe if you're comparing yourself, you're saying, wow, she's a very pretty lady, right? And your inner light it would be a reflection of how you feel inside. You're not saying that she's better. You're not saying she's you're just acknowledging that she's a pretty woman, right? If you're saying, damn, she's so much prettier than me, then your inner light is saying that you're not looking at yourself in the right way. Because everybody's beautiful in their own way. And no one's better than anybody else. It doesn't matter how much money you have. It doesn't matter what car you drive. It doesn't matter what clothes you wear. If people are comparing the actual energy, right, it doesn't really matter. Because it's your inner light that really matters. And if you're doing it on a positive note, then you know your inner light is positive. If you're doing it on a negative note, like, damn, she's got more money than I do. Look at her fancy clothes. Then inside, you must be a jealous person, right? So your inner light that must be something you need to work on. Okay, so that's how I read that. But regarding the third party, you could say, let's see, how would that go? You could say, damn, he's given more time to her, so she must be better than me, or something like that. Or I'm going to fight for this, and it doesn't matter what I do, I'm going to fight dirty if I have to fight dirty to win his love, something like that. Regarding this and a third party, I would say, if you've walked away, especially that I don't compete. I'm not going to compete for his love. I'm not going to compete for his attention. I'm not going to compete to have him in my life. If he's over there, then just stay over there. Quit sending me these messages of love. Stop sending me these messages that say, hey, I want to be with you, but there's no action. So my inner light, if that was me saying it, would be, I hold myself in higher regards, and you obviously don't. So I'm over here and you're over there until you're ready to make some action. Who knows? I might already be taken. I'm a free woman, and I'm going to do what makes my heart happy, right? So it could be something like that. It's going to be different for everybody. I just was trying to reflect this card onto the cards we pulled. Okay, so next we have messages from the mermaids. Our message is light, right? What is your light? Are you of the dark? Are you carrying more dark than you are light? We all have good and bad within us, and it's the balance that we have to have. If we lose balance, then we love too much. If we lose balance, we become bitter and hateful, right? So it has to be aligned somewhere in the middle, at least a little bit more towards the love side, I would say. And I say that because I've seen myself in action when I decided it's time to break away from my husband. And our place was dark. It had wooden shutters from floor to ceiling for the living room light. And he always kept that dark. And then the bedroom had jealousy glass. And I never put anything over him because I liked the sunlight when I woke up in the morning. So that's how we lived. I lived in the light. He lived in the dark. And I didn't even put two and two together actually till we separated, But there was a time where I had to make a choice. We got off work and he right away sat down with his beer and turned the TV on, and I was walking towards the kitchen area, and the light over the range was an old light, and it was almost like yellow. And I stood frozen in between, like where the TV was, to that light. And I saw something on my left shoulder, and confirmation, right? I saw something on my left shoulder, and when I like my peripheral vision, I kind of looked over that way, and it disappeared. It was like poof, it's gone, just like in the cartoons. I mean, it's like it made that sound in my mind, poof, it was gone. Then I heard a man's voice saying, "Go in the kitchen and get the 2 biggest knives, cut him up, you'll feel so much better." And I actually was contemplating it. I actually had my fists clenched so tight, and I was still standing there froze, and I looked over at him, and he was taking a sip out of his beer. His eyes were focused on the TV. He never said, "Hey, Marsha, are you okay? You know, why are you standing there frozen like that?" And I looked back at the light, and on my right shoulder, because I was still contemplating it, my right shoulder, I saw something, and it was like I say, the cartoons, and poof, it was gone. And it sounded like my mother's voice, and she said, "Go for a walk." I walked 60 miles that week, and God divinely guided me away from him when I spoke the words, "All right, God, I'm ready to take the leap of faith." Everything opened up. So we have to balance that, right? Because that's when things go wrong. You know, the chance of things going wrong, you have to make that choice. You know, I had to make that choice. Was I going to kill him, or was I going to walk out of his life? So in actuality, I saved both of us. In reality, he wanted us both to perish. Okay, so the light. Shine your light for all to see. You're like a lighthouse, and your light can illuminate any dark areas of your life. And just to mention, I thank God for that. I thank God for all my changes, okay? This mermaid reminds you to shine your light wherever you go, and not to be shy. She reminds you to be aware that light is attractive to others and acts rather like a magnet, drawing others to it like moths to a flame. Sometimes we feel as if our light is missing, but in truth it's always there. Even when we stand in the shadows, the light is there to guide us. Perhaps your inner shadows are being revealed so that they can be exposed to the divine light of your soul. It could be the right time to explore shadow work, a shamanic practice. When the light is present, darkness can't exist. This isn't to say that darkness is bad, far from it. In fact, for in the darkness, gestation occurs, and in the womb-like sanctuary of darkness, ideas are formed and protected. It's important to remember that both light and dark are necessary for growth. A seed grows in darkness before it reaches for and is nurtured by the light. Are you being called to shine your light for others, to show them the way physically, mentally, and spiritually? For when your light shines fully, you have the ability not only to illuminate your own path, but also the path of others. If you feel your light is dimming, it's time for self-care. Nurture yourself with relaxation, meditation, and the healthy nutrition of fresh foods until you feel your energy and light restored. So speaking about energizing by what you eat, right? Last night I made tuna, and I actually shared some with my dog, and I just had it over rice and put some of the sauce on it. It was so good. It's been a long time since I had fresh tuna, probably I don't know, a long time. So if you like eating canned tuna, and if you never tried fresh tuna, the minute you try fresh tuna, you never want to go back to canned tuna. It's just so delicious, and it's they cut it like thick like a steak, and you just put it on the stove with some butter and lemon and your spices, and it's so delicious. So being that I'm Asian, fish is always good with rice, so I made a pot of rice, and I'm probably going to have that for lunch. I still have some left over, but it was so delicious. So treat yourself good. Eat foods that are good for you. Eat foods that are nutritious to your soul, right? My brother Randy, God bless his soul, I speak of him a lot, but he passed away in November 2020. And I'll never forget, because it was the year that I left Hawaii. And he was one of the first people I really wanted to see. But he was a cook. And I actually never had any of his food, but when he got home, his wife would make the meal and stuff, and I can just imagine, I'm sure she's a very good cook, but she would tell me that he doesn't really want to cut back on his foods, and that was like part of his thing, right? His thing was that was nurturing to him. The soul food was good for his soul. And so I know growing up, when we would be at the table, my brother Randy would have this humming sound like, and that was his way to let everybody know that he was really enjoying his meal. And he did all that. It's like simple, right? But it's one of the things that made him so special. So appreciate those around you that you love, and always keep them close to your heart, because you never know when God's going to call them, right? And I feel like being here in Guadalupe, it's like I walk by my grandma's house a lot. Sometimes I see, like my grandma, she really couldn't walk. So, I really can't imagine her standing on the railing out front of her house. But sometimes I see like my grandpa and my sister Tanya and my brothers, and then sometimes I see my grandma like peering out the window of her bedroom. And so they're never really far away. So love the ones that you love, and let them know that, hey, I love you, when you are calling them on the phone. Just let them know. I tell my daughter every time I get off the phone that I love her. And I just want her to know. Okay? So moving forward, native spirit, we have spirit of the water. Isn't that beautiful? Today might be a really good day to go to the beach if I can only get motivated. Okay, so send me some motivation, people. Trust your intuition. Know that you're on the right path. Take time to nurture yourself. Allow your inner child free reign. Believe in your dreams. Don't stifle your emotions. Trust the messages they're giving you. Purify and cleanse yourself and your home. Healing is on its way. Emotional healing energy is expanding within you. Your native spirit wants you to know the spirit of water invites an emotional richness into your life. Communicate from your heart. Embrace your childlike wonder. This card also represents purification, cleansing, and healing. It reminds you to clean your personal space and your body. It also urges you to accept and embrace your emotions, all of them, even the ones that you don't usually like. Additionally, trust your hunches, push off from the shore of safety, and enter the flow of life. All is well. The journey. Be aware of water in your life. Humidity, mists, clouds, rain, water, and food, fruits, vegetables, and so forth. The oceans, the rivers, the bath, and the shower. Drink extra water. Energize it by placing your hand over each glass and sending love into the water. Evaluate relationships. Notice how each encounter affects your subtle emotions. Take some daily time to relax, especially in water. Cleanse and purify yourself and your living space using water. Imagine how it would feel to be a still pool, a mountain stream, a mist, the great sea, or a summer shower. Notice any emotions or feelings that emerge as you do this. Watch your dreams. Okay? Alright, so next we have divine feathers. Here's the feather, and there's the feather of the crane. You will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. Okay, the crane. The crane, when I see the crane, it reminds me of Karate Kid. Okay, crane is a uniquely shaped bird with a long beak and long legs. It is commonly associated with fidelity and marriage. In Asian cultures, the crane is the messenger of longevity and healing, as the great bird is believed to have the ability to fly up to the heavens. The Zuni tribe regards the crane as the keeper of great secret magic. The crane's call is distinct and loud, warning those around them to watch out and pay attention. Crane is a water bird that will teach you to work with the element of water, which is feminine, emotional, and adaptable. The message: crane sounds the call to empowering your relationships. The time is coming for forming a new partnership that will be supportive and long-lasting. This union may be something you have been seeking, or it may take you by surprise. Crane urges you to pay attention to those stepping forward into your life at this time. Be sure to use emotional intelligence to see where you stand and what you are attracting. Is it for your highest good? If it is, take the leap of faith and go for it. You are in the right place to create a union that is perfect for you now. The energies is longevity, creation, union, the season all year round. The element is water and air. The color is white and gray. The affirmation: I am now ready to embrace and trust my divine partnerships. So that's a beautiful reading so far. So maybe these are saying that actions are being taken to put the third party in the past, right? Because all these readings are talking about coming together and having faith and, knowing that we have to pay attention to our emotions, and it's going to be different for everyone. I'm just saying. So far, the couple of readings are saying like a connection's coming together. Okay, so next we're moving on to your soul purpose. The holistic healer, and the stone is apophyllite. Okay. The affirmation: my chakras are balanced. I use tools for natural healing and balance. I understand the source of imbalances and take action to restore balance. So, we see I've always healed myself. I've always, well, apparently I've put myself in wrong positions quite some, but when you grow up that way, when you grow up without stability, without anyone really guiding you, you know, you're bound to make mistakes, right? And you're bound to learn the hard way through life. Doesn't mean that you've had a hard life. It's how you look at it. People might look at my life as being a hard life. I actually had a website that was on in Hawaii, and it only worked 3 months out of the whole year. And I had like, I don't know, I want to say like almost 400 followers, and I was kind of telling my life story, kind of here and there, bits and pieces. And you know, the thing is people can't believe that I've been through some of the things that I've been through. And but I always survive because it's my choice to rise above. And you know, by God's strength, you know, the earth angels I have in my life, you know, the ones that never turn their back on me, that, you know, I can feel how they feel about me when I talk to them on the phone or when I see them. And it's only a handful, which is fine. But without the love that they send me energetically, you know, God connects with them and they connect with God. God connects with me and I connect with God. And messages are sent through prayers. And it's only by God's grace that I'm here today. So it's a matter of appreciating everything in your life and not taking heart to the bad things that happen. Because, you know, I have a choice to put a chip on my shoulder, or I have a choice to say, hey, you know, I lived that. I got out of it. That God must be watching over me. Oh, hold on, my dog's dreaming. Sorry about that interruption. I worry about him when he's having bad dreams. So I just go in there and rub his belly and tell him it's okay, and, you know, just try to make him feel better. So learning how to heal yourself, you can tell other people, you know, if they want to know. You don't, you know, sometimes people don't want to hear, you know, but if they're in a situation where, hey, you know, I need to heal myself, can you help me? And, you know, they have to be open to the information. So I've healed myself my whole life. God's made it that way. You know, God's made it so that I can be me and just be me, and I can be authentic. And I have the strength, by God's grace, that, you know, to hear about people twisting and turning who I am. It's really actually heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking that people just can't accept me the way I am. And I learned that my boundaries have to stay in a certain way. And I will only let certain people into my life. And I trust in God that He's only going to allow people who have no intentions of hurting me to ever knock at my door. And God's held true to that, because not very many people come knocking at my door. And I don't look at it like, well, I must not be liked. I look at it like, God must really love me. Okay? So you connect with God, and God will guide you to your healing. I was blessed to have a bloodline of prayers, praying people. My grandma was was a beautiful, beautiful woman. And you know, I'm not just talking about her looks, I'm talking about the spirit within her. She was the most beautiful angel in the whole world. And I believe her prayers over her children and grandchildren are still being realized. Okay, so let me go forward with this. Do you realize that you have special healing powers and that you can help to alleviate illness? Do you proactively use alternative therapies like aromatherapy, crystal healing, chakra balancing, regression therapy, Reiki, or perhaps consult an astrologer or spiritual healer to help uncover the sources of issues? When the holistic healer and apophyllite card is pulled, you are being asked to pause to contemplate the next step to healing mental, emotional, and spiritual challenges. To achieve complete recovery, it is vital to delve into the origin or source of imbalances. This contributes also to personal growth and working towards spiritual maturity. Apophyllite is extremely helpful when used in combination with alternative and spiritual practices. Apophyllite is a stone of universal wisdom and activates a part of your consciousness that guides you towards fulfilling your life contracts. These contracts are agreements established with the divine or made prior to birth, and recalling the content of those agreements is key in fulfilling your reason for being on the planet. Use a clear apophyllite point on your third eye center to improve your meditation practice. This sparkling gem brings higher levels of clarity to meditation experiences because it helps you quickly center yourself and quiet your thoughts. With its natural I can't pronounce it. It's like a pyramid structure. Apophyllite helps you access the Akashic records, the history of the cosmos, and assist in past life recall, the ability to see and read auras, and spiritual healings. Use it during Reiki sessions to help you stay focused on allowing the universal life force to flow through you. This stone aligns you with the higher will rather than the egoic self, helping you to tune in so that you are a good channel for this force to work through you. When you observe personal challenges with health issues, use the opportunity for personal and spiritual growth during the healing process. Engaging in therapies like regression therapy to heal childhood or past life issues is instrumental in this goal. Practices such as aromatherapy, the use of essential oils, not only have proven physical benefits, but they operate on a vibrational level to positively affect the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of one's life. When this card shows up, it's time to take care of yourself physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, and to incorporate practices that balance the body, mind, and spirit. So, let's see, there's something I wanted to recall here. Okay, it's not on my mind right now. I can't find it, but being a holistic healer. I think there's actually a course that you have to do to be considered licensable, and I haven't gotten that far, but in the future I want to do research. Okay, so animal messages, and we have the bat. You have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. So it's transmuting energy. So, you know, the thing is about people who talk negatively about you is, you have a couple choices, right? You could either confront that person and say, hey, I heard that you've been talking about me. I don't appreciate it. Oh, what? Who's telling you that? It doesn't matter. I'm letting you know that I know, right? So that would be an option. The other option is say, hey, God, you know that I love you. You know that I'm a child of God. You know that I'm trying to be here doing good work and I have all these interruptions. And I don't want to focus on negativity. I want to transmute that energy into something positive in my life. God, can you help me out with that? Can you let these people know who's saying these negative things about me? Can you let them know in your own way, with your power, that that is not acceptable, that you don't appreciate it, and that you will not tolerate it? Right? And then you just let it go and you let God have it. So that way you can have your peace and you can do the work that God has intended you to do here. Even though you might not be doing tarot yet, or, maybe you want to do Reiki, the interruptions of negativity can stop you from moving forward. So the power that becomes within you when you say, hey, God, I'm tired of this life. I want to love more. I want to love myself more. I want to heal myself. God, come into my heart, come into my soul, come into my home, come into my life. God, I can ride the wave better when you're with me. I can weather any storm when you are with me, Lord. Please be with me, right? So when you say those words and you mean it from your heart, because believe me, he already knows if you're going to be coming to him to say those things as a form of trickery or as a form of truth. So in life, it's either truth or trickery, right? Or it's a gray area. Maybe you're riding the fence. God's going to know what your heart is seeking, Is your heart really being truthful when you come to him? Like, who would try to fool God, right? I mean, I would pity the fool, right? But by you choosing to have God on your side, you're choosing to be protected. You're choosing to be righteous. You're choosing to have the better life, to heal your spirit, to begin to take care of your mind, body, and soul, right? And when you ask God to come into your life, anything that's bothering you that you need to release, you let it go and let God take care of it for you. And it will come to pass where these people will be seeing you change your life, that you're standing firm in your belief in God, your relationship between you and God. And they'll just drop off of your life like flies, And not that you want to see them do bad. It's not that you want to see them perish. They get their just reward, whatever it is that's between them and God. And you get to be free. Get to be free of the entanglement. Now, say if that's your parents saying, I don't think that's a good idea. Well, who would tell anyone that seeking God is a bad idea? I can't even imagine that. But maybe it's people you work with. Maybe it's your friend groups. I say to you, if that's who you are and that's what you're going through, you've outgrown them. You realize that you've outgrown them. You realize that you want more out of your life. There's nothing wrong with wanting a good life. So some people just choose to stay in that position, and you have to respect them, and you have to respect yourself, and you have to be okay by moving forward. Doesn't mean that they're going to be out of your life forever, but especially during your healing time, you need that time for you. Okay, you need to shut out everything else and focus on you. So wherever you can go, whatever you can do to have that for yourself, you have to choose yourself. Okay, so that you have the power to transcend failure and move into a limitless future. Bat once crawled upon the earth, but she reached for the stars, and now she really can fly. If you have pulled Bat to guide you, you too can become anything you want, but remember, everything has its own period of gestation, and as you progress to your own limitless future, you must transcend failure and its attendant fear, that of striving again. With failure comes the knowledge that brings you ever nearer your heart's goal until on the destined day you are reborn. So what I wanted to say was, when they mention past lives, it refers to the changes that I guess it could be past lives. People are reincarnated, but I believe a past life could also refer to your transformations. So your growth spurts, right? Because you're the same person, Johnny's the same person he was when he was born. But Johnny couldn't walk, right, when he was born. Johnny began to learn how to walk. After that, Johnny began to learn how to run. After that, Johnny was able to ride a bike. Johnny was able to, jump hurdles. So every time we make a change in our life, to me it could be considered like your transformation, right? They talk about transformation. The old you. You're still the same person, but you've made changes in your life. So, I don't know. That's just kind of how I feel about that. And I feel like, for me, a marriage is supposed to last forever, right? You intend it. When you marry someone, you just don't marry them just to marry them, right? You marry them because there's feelings there, hopefully. And when that love dies, if it dies, maybe it was just never meant to be. And I consider that the death of a relationship, okay? So it could be even a friend. You could have a friend and all of a sudden they say, "You've done me wrong one too many times. I never want to hear from you again. Goodbye," And so a death of a relationship could certainly mean that there's a new start somewhere else. So that's kind of how come I look at it that way. All right, so right now we're going to do the Archangel Power Tarot cards. And they have been pre-shuffled. Spirit, thank you for being here during this reading. What message do you want the collective to receive today? Oops. Okay. A whole bunch fell out. Okay, so it'd be this way. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insight. Or, well, I guess it doesn't matter. It came out. Alright, so this would actually be first. You can be free, make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. The King of Michael, principled, rational, ambitious, respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honest and open communication. The Page of Raphael, gentle, loving, dreamy, open-hearted. A new emotional situation, messages regarding relationships or social invitations, great intuitive insight. Okay, so someone can be free. the third party. Maybe it's the third party that wants that. Maybe at the bottom is Page of Gabriel. And that says, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. Okay, or it could be the person you're thinking about who made you a third party. Or it could be you. Are you still in the third party? Or did you reject it and let it be? Okay, Spirit, what else would you like us to know during this reading? Okay. The Five of Raphael. You needn't go through your current challenges alone. Help is nearby. Negative thoughts create self-fulfilling prophecies. The Three of Raphael. Reasons to celebrate. A community of friends. Happy announcement regarding relationships or children. Okay. What else, Spirit? Thank you, Spirit. Bless you, Tombo. Okay. That flipped out. Peace. Release the past. There is more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. Thank you, Spirit. That's just what I said, right? Thank you, Spirit. What else, Spirit? What else do you want the collective to know? Is that it? Okay. So, Spirit, what else do you want the collective to know during this session? Holy Spirit, be with us. Always. Is there any more? I kind of feel like we should get 2 or 3 more. Okay, the King of Ariel fell out. Oh. Okay. Let's see. King of Ariel, successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success, using resources wisely. Nine of Michael, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Let go and let God, right? A new beginning. A positive new emotional experience. Fulfilling romantic relationships. Deep and lasting spiritual insights. At the bottom is the Ace of Michael. A wonderful new idea. Don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. Okay, so I just want to pull 3 more, okay? For some reason, must be... Okay, nothing's coming out. I'm going to do my cuts here. Look for the magic in life. It says, seek out other possibilities. Look for the magic of life. Be aware of your own emotions. Leap of faith. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. And the King of Gabriel comes out. Keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern of others. We also have Epiphany, Archangel Raziel, joy through spiritual growth. Be a light to others. Answers that come through meditation. Ace of Ariel. It's your lucky day. New resources of money, time, and support. A change in job or promotion. The High Priestess. Powerful insights. Powerful psychic insights. Reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. The Moon. The opportunity to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. The Wheel. New beginnings. End of delays. A change in direction that offers happiness. And it's important to have balance. Okay, just one more card and then we'll go over to the other. Make a wish, dreams become reality. A joyful time of life. At the bottom of the world. Six of Raphael, embrace your inner child. You have invested wisely. Wait for the harvest, review your progress, and make plans for your next endeavor. So I'm just curious about the Kings. Oh, and then the Aces. So we reviewed what major arcanas came through. Let's see. So I think this is probably the, of course the major arcanas are good, right? So Peace came out the first time, then Epiphany, joy through spiritual growth, be a light to others, answers that come through meditation. The High Priestess came out next, powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. Peace, right? Release the past. There's a more enriching future coming. Let go and let God. The Moon came out. Opportunities to improve your plans. Listen to your intuition for accurate guidance. Face your fears and grow stronger. The Wheel. New beginnings. End of delays. A change in direction that offers happiness. And the World. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. Let's see. And then we have the Leap of Faith. Believe in yourself. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. And that came out earlier. Seek other possibilities. Look for the magic in life. Be aware of your own emotions. And then this was followed up with this one. Make a wish, dreams become reality, a joyful time of life. So I would say that someone has been doing a lot of reflection. They have gone within They have mastered themselves. They are generous. They are generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven. They are also principled, rational, ambitious, and respected. They are also successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful. So someone's getting ready to actually boss up and be an emperor. There's just one more that is the king of Raphael. So whoever you are, or whoever is the male figure, if it's you or if it's someone you're thinking of, they're preparing themselves. They're preparing themselves for the leap of faith. You know, maybe they've already reached out to God and God's telling them, go ahead, do it. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there, and then we're going to pull some cards from the Tattoo Tarot, see if we can get any confirmations. And then we're going to do that. So we're making really good time. It's only an hour and 1 minute. Okay. So these are pre-shuffled, and I saw the 3 of coins, and I saw the 6 of wands. So 6 of wands is victory. Spirit. Okay, the Knight of Swords fell out. What do you want the collective to know? What other information? What other cards do you want them to see? Try this way. Sometimes they just don't want to come out. Okay. So far we got the Knight of Swords. Tower. The Lovers. Wow. The Emperor, the 4 of Wands or 4 of Cups, and the King of Coins. At the bottom is Judgment. I'm going to put this to the side. Spirit, what other messages do you want the collective to receive today during this reading? The Knight of Cups. Wow, that's too many. The Queen of Wands and the 3 of Wands. These are too much, but I'll tell you what they are. The 5 of Swords, the 2 of Wands, the 8 of Wands, the 7 of Cups, the 6 of Coins, and the Knave of Wands. I'm gonna put all these back. These two flipped over on the, so I'll keep those. Okay, as I was putting the cards in, I saw the Four of Wands. Another stack came out. Seven of Swords, Eight of Cups, Four of Wands, Two of Cups, the Hermit, and the Ace of Coins. So just by this group of cards, I see that someone was being cunning. Someone caught someone being cunning. So the Eight of Cups says they're walking away. Are they walking away? They're walking away to their Four of Coins, to their inheritance. They realize that they chose wrong with the Two of Swords. They've gone into introspective, use some time of thought to figure things out, to shine some light on some things about their past. That's the Hermit, right? He's looking towards what went on in the past, because the cards fall out. You know, you read it to the right. And yeah, he's deciding that he needs a new beginning. But I'm going to put these cards back. So let me see. Let's go to these cards here that are already out. See. So we have the Knight of Swords. We have the Tower. We have the Lovers. We have the Emperor. See, the Emperor's looking. We have the Four of Cups. That was like some sort of rejection. We have the King of Coins. We have the Judgment. We have the Knight of Cups. We have the Queen of Wands. And then we have the Three of Wands, which is a celebration. Okay, let me just put these out so I can review them as they came out. Okay. So the thing is we have no matches on the table. We have the Knight of Swords, we have the Emperor, we have the King of Coins, we have the Knight of Cups, and we have the Queen of Wands. So when I laid it out 4 cards across. So the Judgment is below the Lovers, and the Emperor's to the right of the Lovers. So this person, this Knight of Swords, was pretending to be somebody who was defending this house, the stability. Maybe the Emperor offered, now male or female, okay, you got to put it where it goes. You look at these cards. The Emperor's looking back. The Emperor's looking at the Lovers and saying, how did I destroy this love? It's because I listened to the Knight of Swords. I really didn't even realize I was the Emperor. I allowed the Knight of Swords to put me in a little box for some ungodly reason. I destroyed something that I had really beautiful. The Knight of Swords was trying to defend all the reasons why this Emperor should burn this relationship to the ground. Confirmation, right? The ground trembles when these cars go by. So he denied God's gift to him. He was promised that he could be a king of coins, not realizing that he was already the Emperor. And judgment was called, male or female. So this could be a male or female. This could be a male or female. Put it where it belongs, okay? So the Emperor is in regret. He took the loss of someone he really cared about because someone told him that he could be a king of coins. Meanwhile, this Knight of Cups, someone who, could be like childlike, right? All about love. Probably prayed, hey God, I've been watching this for a while. You see, he's looking to the left. He already sees that how all the cards have played out. God, can you call judgment on this? And someone is still trying to keep this Emperor in a three-party. She's still trying to defend it. So it's very possible that first it was done through words, right? Then it was done through actions. No. You can't go back and retrieve. I want you to stay in this third party. I want you to stay with in this position, right? She's defending the third party. She doesn't care that the Emperor, right? With our spirits, we go up and down. So there might have been a time when he felt like an emperor. He felt like an emperor when he was with her. But he burned it because of words that were spoken. And this came after the Emperor, so he's in regret. And whoever's been watching the whole thing go down called for justice. And these two were the last two cards. So there's three of them. She's trying to defend. No, I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to break up this party that we have going on. I'll show you all the passion that I can, because there's one thing I want from you. Okay, let's see if we can get like 3 or 4 more cards. If it doesn't resonate, please don't force it. If it resonates, then take what you will and apply it the way you like to apply it. Let's get 3 more cards. The Knave of Wands. Still being immature. These came out sideways. These came out side. They weren't that way. They came out that way. So the Knave of Wands is on the, let's see, how's this going to go this way? So it's the Queen of Wands. It's a third party. It's the Knave of Wands. So basically, she's collaborating with someone else to try to keep the third party situation going. There's a choice that has to be made, because it's not this way, and it's not this way, and it's not that way, right? So someone still has a decision to make. Am I going to put to death A or B? Am I going to commit and collaborate with A or B? It's going to be different for everyone's story. So they're either going to collaborate with the third party, and they're going to walk away from love, or they're going to put to death the third party. And I already said it. So they're going to collaborate. They're either going to put to death. This is what they're going to do. They're either going to collaborate and with the Three of Wands and put to death this love, or they're going to collaborate and put to death the Three of Wands for this love. Okay? Only a fool would lose their lover twice, right? But we don't know. If it's your story, then it's your story. If it's not, then it's not. And at the bottom is the Two of Swords. So I would say that possibly there's still a choice that needs to be made, or possibly a choice has already been made. They realize that they chose wrong in the beginning, and now they want to go back to what they left behind. All right, 3 more cards. I'm going to pull these right off the top. See if there's anything else that we need to hear. 3 more cards. The Queen of Coins. The Star. And the Knave of Coins. At the bottom is the Ten of Coins. Okay, the only true match we have is the King and Queen of Coins. So very possibly this King of Coins, who in the last deck we had all 3 kings, close to being an emperor. In this reading we had an emperor that was told he was the king of coins. and he believed what other people were telling him. Right? Everybody could see how well this person shined and how much energy, the good energy that he carried of all four kings. He didn't even know himself. So how could he say, I'm an emperor, right? So he's done his research. He realized he's at least 3 kings. So he's very close to becoming the emperor. But he must be someone who can make money, someone who could dream money up, someone who can manufacture money in their dreams, right? Or in their thoughts. And so the only match is the Queen of Coins, and he sees her as the star that if he doesn't figure things out, that he might as well be a knave of coins, right? You know, maybe she's going to bust him down and say, hey, you know, I thought you were a king. Look how you've disappointed me. You're not really a king. You're not grown up. You're a knave of coins. So the power of the words, right? The power of the words spoken. If I have power over you, I can tell you whatever I want to tell you, what I think you are, right? And it's your choice to believe it or not. Are you the knave or are you the king? So that might be something that if you're in communication with that person you're thinking of, are you a queen or are you a knave? You know, when are you going to make a choice? You know, you have the opportunity to be an emperor, yet you're choosing to be a knave by your actions. Like, choose a side, okay? Anyways, this has been like a reading I've heard it a lot myself, and someone needs to choose. And what happens is sometimes your choices run out. Sometimes that Queen of Coins might say, well, you know, you chose me an hour too late because an hour ago I decided that I'm not going to entertain this third-party stuff anymore, right? But at the same time, that Knight of Swords who was telling all the lies is the one that put those thoughts in the Emperor's mind that made him take that tower and the Lover's card and just burn it down to the ground. So for the Queen of Coins, she has to decide, well, he walked away from me because of things that he heard about how I lived my life. But he wasn't mature enough to come and speak to me himself and say, hey, I'm kind of confused right now because I feel this energy about you and it feels really childlike and innocent. But the things people are saying about you say different. He didn't have either he just couldn't articulate or he had some sort of fear to say those things to her. There was something that blocked him. You know, maybe that Knight of Swords said, hey, you know, she's really an evil witch, and if you say anything negative to her, she'll cast spells on you, and, you know, next you know, you'll have a car accident, or you'll lose your job, or, you know, she'll cast an evil spell on you. So you just want to stay away from her. You know, put all this fear into this person. This person didn't even know himself. And he made decisions on what he heard. Well, you know, if they're kind of scary, you know, I can't really blame that person. I remember being a kid and being fearful. My sister told me that this one house was a haunted house, and one day she decided to take me. And we got out and we're looking around, and her son was very, you know, he was like in diapers. He could walk. But that was, her son was out of the car. I was out of the car. You know, my little nephew was probably about 3 feet away from me, and my sister got out of the driver's side. And all of a sudden, these Dobermans come running up the lane. Oh my God, because she scared me so bad by telling me it was a haunted house, right? That's all I could think about was saving myself, you know? So sometimes people can put fear in you to get you to go the way they want you to go. So as you're hearing the story and you're the one that had a love for someone, and that person obviously had love for you, it kind of hurts your feelings that he didn't come through and say, hey, hey, Johnny, this is Susie. Or it would be the opposite way. Hey, Susie, this is Johnny. I need to talk to you. Can we just go out and have a cup of coffee? Sure, Johnny. I'll meet you over at Starbucks at 3 o'clock. Okay. Hey, Johnny, hey, Susie, you want to know what Joanne's saying about you? She's saying you're a witch. She's saying you're awful. She's saying you're probably surviving by doing, something horrible, terrible. Maybe you're a hooker on the street. Maybe you're on that one thing on, what is that? OnlyFans. That's how you're surviving. She said you're a witch and you cast spells. Should I be believing Joanne? Because my energy tells me different, but I'm confused. Susie says, Johnny, come on now. Look into my eyes and tell me what you really think. If you really want to think that, I'm not going to waste my time trying to change your mind. I can tell you, and I'll tell you once, and that's the only time I'm going to tell you. If you don't know how you make me feel and how I make you feel, there's kind of nothing more to discuss. If you want to believe Joanne, go ahead and believe her. I already warned you before that to be careful around her and her little peanut gallery. And you chose not to listen because you thought that I was trying to get your money. Because that's what people told you. I told you that Earl told you that he slept with me. It's not even true. You believed all those lies. You helped them take my name. You tell me what time it is in your heart. Johnny says, hey, Susie, you know the love that we share. Everybody could see it. I'm sorry I believed what they said. I'm sorry I believed the lies. I thought they were my friends. I thought they looked out for me the way I looked out for them. So many times they were in a pickle and I helped them out. I'm sorry I didn't believe you when you told me to watch out for them. And truthfully, if you allow it, I don't have the first problem in spending the rest of my life with you, making it up to you. Can we rebuild this? Can I take the leap of faith and know that you still love me? I know I promised you things before, Susie, but I didn't come through, and I'm really sorry. I should have been there for you. I should have been there for you when you were down and out. But everybody was watching me, and I felt like my hands were tied. I'm sorry I put them before you. sorry I put them before love. Will you ever forgive me? So Susie has this choice to make, right? Susie has a lot to think about. You know, like what's hurtful for Susie is that she believed. She believed in love. And Johnny didn't. And he was easily set off in a different motion. So how does Susie know if she takes him back that he's not going to be flighty? He's not going to be wishy-washy anymore. So Johnny's going to have to prove to her. And, you know, if he wants to make it work, there's certain things that I guess he's going to have to do to get her attention again, to get her looking in his direction, to get her to say, I don't want to lose this love. The feelings I had for Johnny were the best feelings in the whole world. And she's going to have to decide, am I willing to take a risk with Johnny? Or am I willing to lose a love that I never felt like that before, ever? Right? Is that for you? Is this a message for you? You got some decisions to make, right? You know, it takes some understanding. It takes forgiving. You know, to understand that, you know, like my story about my sister scaring me about this haunted house. I think had to have been about 11, because I was the aunt at 8, and that was my oldest nephew, and then my next nephew came like the following year. And I would say that the second nephew was from my second sister. My first nephew was from my first sister. Not that you need to know that, but he was my second nephew from my second oldest sister. And I believe that he came a year after the oldest. So if that was the case, he was born when I was 10. Let's see, 8, 9. No, he was born when I was 9, and he was able to walk. So I would say he was about 2. So being scared to death to go to this building, like excited about going, like I never seen a haunted house up close, and then have those 2 Dobermans come running up the lane like they wanted to eat us. And I left her son out because I was in survival mode. So if Susie looked at Johnny like, well, I kind of know how that feels to be in survival mode, to believe in these horrible stories, to make me change how I feel. Yet Johnny still feels the same. He just tries to ignore it. And if Susie and Johnny really feel the same about each other, I suggest that Johnny cuts loose some people that interfered with all the lies and all the manipulation. And that would probably suit Susie just fine, so that they can run free together, right? So the one thing I forgot to do, folks, is to get the angel cards, right? Let me get these cards out real quick. So we're saying that the major arcanas are 1, the court cards are 2, and then the other cards are face value. Let's get 4 cards. The King, that's 1. The 8. The 7. and the 5. So 1875 is our angel number for today. We are 1 hour and 30 something minutes. Anyways, I don't know how you guys like the long ones, the short ones. I want to start doing some short little ones with like 2 or 3 cards. And hopefully it'll come up on the quick ones. Okay, so we have the King of Wands, the 8 of Cups, the 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Wands. So 1875 is our angel number. Let's see. 1875 angel number. Joanne. Number 1875 is a combination of the vibrations and attributes of number 1 and number 8, and the energies and influences of number 7 and number 5. Number 1 carries the energy of striving forward and pursuing goals, ambition and tenacity, self-leadership, initiative, instinct, and intuition, and promotes changes, new beginnings, and starting afresh. Number 1 also relates to creating our own realities with our thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Number 8 relates to the vibration of manifesting positive abundance, material and monetary mastery, self-confidence and personal authority, giving and receiving inner wisdom, and serving humanity. Number 8 is also the number of karma, the universal spiritual law of cause and effect. Number 7 resonates with the attributes of spiritual awakening, developing, and enlightenment, mysticism, inner knowing, compassion for others, empathy, and psychic abilities. Seeking knowledge, study, education, and learning. Number 5 brings the attributes of new opportunities, making positive choices and decisions, courage and curiosity, major life changes, learning life lessons through experience, adaptability and versatility, resourcefulness, fun, and vitality. Angel number 1875 is a message to listen to your intuition and do not allow others' opinions or fears to hinder or stop you from making necessary changes that you know need to be made. Look upon new challenges and opportunities with a positive attitude, and you will find personal success and fulfillment. Your soul chooses the unique situations and circumstances in your life as lessons of self-mastery and opportunities for learning and growth. Everything in your life happens for a higher purpose and for your soul's ultimate benefit. Angel number 1875 suggests that the positive changes you are considering making in your life will have long-term benefits on many levels. Some old restraints and constraints may be shed in order to make way for auspicious new opportunities, advancements, and or promotions to arise, and you will find that changes in circumstances will be a catalyst to you being able to fully pursue your true goals and aspirations. Rely upon your inner strength and wisdom to speak up and express what you really feel and what you truly want in your life. Have the courage to express your truths and live by them. Amen, God. Okay, so this angel number is a confirmation to the complete reading. Someone knows that they were listening to the wrong people. Someone realizes that they have to choose themselves. Someone realizes that they have bigger fish to fry. Someone realizes that they have a future beyond where they're at today. So I say, if this is for you, if this is for someone you're thinking of, God bless you so much. It's time for decisions to be made. It's time for actions to be taken. You can't speak a truth and not follow with actions, right? They all go together. So God bless you all. I thank you for spending time with me during this reading. I'm so proud of all of you for growing with me. I hope that you have found healing words in this reading today. I bless you. I say God bless you with all the abundance that's coming to your future. Okay? Believe what you see in your future as bright, beautiful, right? The things that you want in your future. See it today. Believe it. Pray about it. Let it go. Let God take care of it for you. And just thank God every day. Thank you, God, for another day. Thank you, God, for my meals. Thank you, God, for a job. Thank you, God, for a beautiful day. Thank you, God, for that little dandelion that's growing in the grass. Okay, just be thankful. And know that God's always with you when you open your mind, body, and soul. When you say, God, I open my heart to you. I open my house to you. I want God in my life, right? And your life will change, I promise. Amen. God bless all of you. Have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next reading. Aloha.